Today I am 23 weeks and 1 day pregnant, and this is my 22 and 23 week update. A lot has happened between the last video and this one. So let's get started. So like I said, I'm 23 weeks. I had my midwife appointment today. I was going to post a video yesterday, but since I had a midwife appointment today, I thought I would wait until I spoke with her and then update on that as well. So I went to my appointment this afternoon, and I was really worried about the scale because I noticed that I had just completely, I'm out there, I'm huge. And so I was really worried that I was going to have gained like 6 or 7 pounds since 3 weeks ago. But I stepped on the scale and I only gained 2 or almost 3. So I'm officially above my pre-pregnancy weight. It's taken 6 months to get there, but I did, and my midwife was super excited about it. However, she measured my fundal height, and I am measuring 3 weeks ahead. And I mentioned in my previous video that I was measuring just a little bit behind. So I think he had a growth spurt, or I did, or something. I really don't know. I was looking back at my previous pregnancies, and my face with my son and my daughter, my youngest daughter, was huge. But I weighed, at this point, I think I weighed like 30 pounds heavier than I do now. Maybe 20. Either way, it's way more than what I weigh now. So, and I mentioned it, I think, in my earlier videos that I had lost a whole lot of weight around the miscarriage. And so, I do weigh a lot less. I'm not complaining, but I am 1.5 pounds above my pre-pregnancy weight, and I'm really excited about it. We had a lot going on this past week, but nothing pregnancy related. I do have to say, I cannot sleep all night long anymore, and that's frustrating. But I wake up and I'm really energized. I'm not tired. I'm not ready. I'm just ready for the day, whether it's 5:30 or whether it's 8:30. Which I don't sleep till 8:30. I wish. But I'm just saying, like, I'm ready to start the day. And what's great is I bought a Fitbit a couple weeks back, and I've been using that probably last weekend. I bought a Fitbit, and I use that to count my steps, and I wear it at night. I really don't like wearing it at night because it bothers me, because I don't like wearing anything on my wrist or in my ears. But, so I've been wearing it at night, and it's been showing how often I wake up and how often I'm restless. And I've noticed that anywhere between 11 to 23 times I'm restless. So it's probably most likely due to just transitioning from right to back to left while I'm sleeping. And then I wake up at least once a night, sometimes twice a night, and I'm up for more than 2 or 3 minutes to go to the bathroom and get back in bed and just get settled. Last night was really hard. I couldn't sleep very well, and I got less than 5 hours of sleep. But again, I said I was really energized. So that's something new with this pregnancy, because in my previous videos I've mentioned that I had just been really tired. A new thing that's happening with this pregnancy is I've been able to feel him move, but the past few days, maybe even a week now, I can feel body parts, and it's so cool because I'll push down on my stomach and then I'll feel like a knee rolling, or I'll feel what almost feels like a foot moving around or something. It's really, really cool. But he's moving constantly. He's moving more and more every day. I did have a scare over the weekend where I didn't feel him at all. And I was getting concerned because I think I may have felt him on Friday, but then I didn't feel anything on Saturday. But if I felt him on Friday, it was like super, super late and when I was in bed. And so because I felt him on Friday night, I wasn't too concerned. But then Saturday, all day long, I didn't feel him at all. And probably around 6 o'clock, I called my midwife and I said, this is what's going on. I don't typically get concerned, but it's been, usually he's moved starting from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. And so she suggested going to the hospital, or I could drink something sweet with sugar and then relax for 30 minutes and get him to move. But at the time I was at Target, so I wasn't able to just kind of sit there. So I did get, I think I got apple juice or something, I can't remember. And then I drank it when I got in the car, and then by the time I got home, I kind of just sat there for a little bit, and I still didn't feel any movement. And I told my husband that if I hadn't felt him by the time I laid down for bed, then I would go to the hospital. And so I think around 8:30 or 9, I felt a kick, and I was like, oh my goodness, thank the good Lord above, because it was getting nerve-wracking at that point. I think it just had to do with me moving around a lot. I really don't know. But exciting things. I'm in my 6th month of pregnancy, so I technically only have 3 months left. I have less than 4. I got about 3.5 months left, so that's exciting. And I work this weekend, so I don't actually get a weekend. I worked all week. Well, I had Monday and Tuesday off, but I worked yesterday and today and tomorrow, and then I work all through the weekend, and then I work all next week. So that's going to be tiring, so I'm pretty sure that my energy will decrease big time. But pregnancy, there's not really much to update on pregnancy, I don't think. I guess I thought there was, but there really isn't. I feel I need to start measuring my stomach, because I know when I first got pregnant, I was probably 24 inches around. Because I had lost so much weight, and I want to say I'm like 30 something. Easily 34, 35. I feel huge, and I said last video that I popped, and I think once I told my work that I was pregnant, I think it just started slowly getting bigger and bigger. So it makes sense that I guess I'm measuring ahead. I don't know if any of you had that issue before, but she said if I was measuring 4 weeks ahead, then they would send me to a specialist to get an ultrasound to make sure his kidney functions were good, and to make sure that there was no extra fluid or whatever would make me be bigger. So we're going to play it out, and we're going to wait till our next appointment, which is in 3 weeks. So at 26 weeks, they'll measure me again, and then if I am 4 weeks ahead, then they'll do the ultrasound. As much as I want to see my baby, I really just want to go one pregnancy without having to see a specialist. My oldest, I never saw a specialist. It was a very, very healthy, very uncomplicated pregnancy, except for at 35 weeks when I went into preterm labor. Then they stopped, and then she didn't come till 41 weeks. But with my 2 younger ones, I had to see a specialist for different reasons. And with my daughter, I saw a specialist because I had extra fluid, and they wanted to make sure her kidneys were functioning properly. With my son, it was his heart. And then I saw a specialist again because I was measuring 4 weeks behind. So then they induced me at 39 weeks because I was only measuring 5 weeks, because I was only measuring 34 weeks at 39. So it would be really nice to go a whole pregnancy without having any sort of complications. The only thing different with this pregnancy versus my other 3 that made it to term is I get nosebleeds frequent nosebleeds. And it's not even like normal what you would picture where your nose is actually bleeding. It's where my sinuses are so dry that if I blow my nose, I can see it. Or if it, you know how, kind of TMI, it kind of drains. When it drains, sometimes it gets, and I have to spit it out, and like I can see it, and it's just nasty, and it tastes metallic-y, and it's just nasty. That's the only real difference between my previous pregnancies and this one. I don't worry that I'm going to get gestational diabetes, but part of me kind of, I mean, I don't typically worry that I will. But that being said, I had lost 20 pounds from before I got pregnant with my last pregnancy, and then the time that I got pregnant with this one. So because of that short time frame, my pre-pregnancy weight, that's 20 pounds. Well, I guess not 20 that I've gained. I've gained 18 to put me up to pre-pregnancy, and then another 1.5 pounds, so almost 20 pounds. And with my oldest, I didn't lose any weight when I got pregnant with her at all. I stayed, and I was sick with her constantly, but I gained 19 pounds with her to 41 weeks. With my youngest daughter, I didn't lose any weight either, but then I gained 22 pounds at 37 weeks. And then with my son, I didn't lose any weight, but I only gained 8 pounds. So, or I lost a little bit with him, but I gained only 8 pounds total back. And then this one, if you count the weight that I gained before my by my pre-pregnancy, then I've gained 19 pounds. So, but my midwife and my OB that I saw in the beginning both had said they don't count it until I hit my pre-pregnancy weight. So I guess that's okay, but I'm still, I don't know, it's still frustrating. Because the rapid weight gain worries me for gestational diabetes, but I'm not really worried, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so that, the nosebleeds, the bigger belly, people are noticing it, and they're getting very, very brave with me at work. Not my coworkers, because they all know, but patients will come in. If I do a blood draw or something, they'll come in and they'll say, "Oh, when are you due?" And I'm like, well, that's a bold move, because my scrubs pretty much cover it up for the most part, and then when I sit down you can see a little bump. But if you didn't know me or didn't know that I was pregnant, that wouldn't be a good question to ask somebody. But anyways, I do have a little question for you guys, and it's not pregnancy related at all. My son decided to take my permanent marker and draw on my bedroom wall, and I cannot get it off. I sprayed hairspray once. I didn't try very hard with the hairspray, but I sprayed a little bit with the hairspray, and it did not come off. It started to look like it was coming off, but then when I wiped it up, it practically the same. Nothing changed. So if you have any suggestions on how to remove Sharpie from my wall, please comment below. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. I finally hit 100 subscribers, and I'm up to 101. So that's exciting. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my journey. I'm going to end this with a belly shot, and then we will see you hopefully next week, but I don't know. You know how my track record is. It's every 2 weeks lately. So, hopefully next week. But I'm going to show you my belly shot, and then we'll talk to you later. Alright, ladies. So, you can definitely see it from the front now with my shirt up. Or down. So, that's with my shirt down. And then, I just got done working out. So, that's why it looks kind of crazy. But there's with the shirt up. I'm definitely not hiding it anymore. No more hiding the belly. So that is my 23-week belly. Over halfway, yay! Alright, ladies, I will see you for week either 24 or 25. Bye.